It's Kevin from KD Music. In this one, I just sort of do another one on iZotope's RX3. But in this one, I've gone for the plugins inside of Pro Tools. So what I've got is I've got this lead guitar, and I'll just play that now. Now you'll hear there's a little bit of hum in there. And if we look at the graph here and play it again, now you'll see there 150 Hertz. Now that would be because when it was recorded it was filtering out, the preamp was filtering out the low frequencies, so it had a high pass filter on already, so it was already filtering that out. Now, as this was recorded in Australia, we have 50 Hertz as our thing, so 150 is obviously a harmonic of 50 Hertz. So we need to target a 50 Hertz. So we open the RX3 hum removal plugin and we unbypass it. Now the default setting comes as 60, so clearly if I was to play that with that on there now, which I'll do, we should see that it doesn't help. So you can still clearly hear that hum. So if we change it to 50 Hertz, so we'll just do basic setting, just change it to 50, and we'll see what that does. So straight away, that clears up a lot of the hum. Now, what we can do is we can tweak this a little bit, because we don't need all these notches here if we wanted to, so we can unlink all of the items. Now we already know by looking at the graph here, there's nothing. 150 is the first harmonic that's being that you can hear. So we can remove the notch for 50, the notch for 100, and then we have there's our 150. And then what we can also do is then have a look . We can have a look at our graph and we can see what are the next ones. Now, we've got to be quick with this graph. Now just bypass that again. So clearly 150, there's probably 200 there, a little bit of 250, not really, so 250, 300's not really there. So we could remove some of these, or we could remove the number of harmonics down till we get to where we're happy. So if we were to take it down, now it still counts the first two that we've removed there. So if we were to do it at 3, that just gets rid of the 150. Take it out of unbypass first. Okay, so there's still something there, 200. Can't really hear it too much, but maybe you might want to go to 4 or 5. And you can determine how far you want to go with it and how much it will affect the sound. So that's getting rid of a lot of the hum, which is quite good. So you want to try and only use as many of the harmonics as you would need, because you want to try and take as little of the sound out of the instrument as possible. So we've taken our hum away, but another thing I noticed is I can hear a sort of a high-pitched hissing, airy sound. I'll just play it. It's see if we can get it on the graph. You can see there's a spike sort of there. It seems to be around the 10k. So what I did was opened up RX3 Denoiser plugin. Now if we take it out of bypass just straight, I haven't done any settings on this. Let me just have a look. See, it's showing this little spike here, which is around 10k. So what we can do is we turn on the reduction curve, and we can put a couple of, just put a little blobs there, and what we can do is we can actually target that frequency right there. So you'll see that's the before, the orange line, and the yellow is after. So if you see, I guess you can see it moving that down. Now we can bring these in closer so we can really tweak how close we go with that. And then we can listen to that again. Now we can also output the noise only. So we're just picking up just that hiss there. So then what I would do on a track like this is, instead of leaving these plugins running all the time, I would basically get my settings right. I would then copy the setting of this plugin, and I would go in and open that same plugin in Audio Suite, paste the setting, select the track with that instrument on, and then just render it. And then once I've done that, I would then open the second plugin, do the same thing, copy settings, open the Audio Suite version of it, paste the settings, and select the track again and render the track. And then once I've done that, I can remove both plugins from there, and the track has been cleaned. Now it's a good idea if you're going to do that sort of thing to duplicate the track, so you've got the original one if you ever want to go back to it, which makes it, so you've got a quick way out. So hopefully that's helpful, and thanks for watching.